Hi all, welcome in next video. Okay, so in this video we are going to see like how we can extend the memory of the drive. Computer drives like C drive, D drive. Okay, so sometimes what happens like due to like less memory, our application is not executing. We were facing challenges while executing the memory. So what we can do? We can extend the memory like whatever the expected application installed. Like if it is installed in D drive, it is installed in E drive. Basically the solution is placed in a D drive, and D drive space is getting like decrease, it's getting decreased, and we are not able to like get the 100 MB, 200 MB or 500 MB of space, so it would not be allow us to build that particular application. Okay, so like to come out from this situation, what we can do, that we are going to see in this video. Okay, so let me show you firstly how what is space we are discussing about. So like this is the C drive. Okay, so currently you can see I have enough space in C drive and D drive both. But in some cases, like if the we placed our mostly like in the servers, if we are working in RPD, so we get space in a D drive only, because C drive is only allocated for the server configuration and default systems. Okay, so whatever the projects we are placing the projects inside the D drive. And like when the situation came like we are not getting enough space in a D drive, it will not be allowing us to execute that particular application. So how we can extend that memory in that case, that we are going to see. Okay, so let's move to the presentation. So we will be see like what is partition, how what is shrink and extend, and how we can extend the memory. So this kind of error basically we get. So if the space is available in other drive, we can move the project in other drive, otherwise we will need to have some extension of the memory. So what we will require here, firstly we will need to go to the computer management, and we will need to run this computer management as an administrative. After running it, if we have a C drive with less space, or we have a D drive with less space, so we will need to identify whether we will have a unallocated space available in the drive or not. So if the unallocated space is available, so we can directly allocate it by extending the memory. If the unallocated space is not available, if we have some other drive, so we can sync that particular drive, like we can reduce the space of drive, and we can make that sync space available for the extension of the another drive. Okay, we will see that how we are doing this. Okay, so shrink. So basically shrink means like if we have a D drive and E drive, okay, and we have placed our projects in D drive, and we have a less space on the D drive, and we have a space on the E drive. So what we can do here, we can just shrink a E drive, and we will get some space from the E drive, and we can extend the allocation for the D drive, like picking some space from E drive and dropping the space into the D drive. That is basically sync and extend. Okay, so extend here, extend is same. Shrinking means reducing the space of drive, and extend volume means extending the space of drive. Okay, so we will see that also practically how we can do that. C drive. So basically how C drive is working. Okay, and how D drive is working. So basically in this extension, the main thing that we need to take care, like if the adjacent space is available, then only it will allow you to extend the space. You can see here like beside of C drive, if you see here beside of C, only 61 MB is available. Okay, so in this case, like for the C drive, it will only allow a maximum space of extension is 61 MB. We have some unallocated space here, 52.45 GB, but if you wanted to get it allocated for C drive, it will not happen. Okay, so that we need to take care. And for the D drive, it will allow the D drive to extend the space, and it will also allow this unallocated space to create a new drive. Okay, so we will see it like how we can extend the drive here. So let's go to the system. So firstly we need to open computer management. we will run this computer manager administrative. Okay, so it is open now. So next we need to move to disk management. Okay, so here if you see, we have a 154 GB, we have a 154 GB for C drive, and 269.82 GB for the D drive, and we have 52.45 GB space is unallocated, means it's available in drive but it is not shared with C and D drive. Okay, so that we can use. So basically whatever the black header is here, that is an unallocated space, and that we can use for extension. Okay, so what I was telling, like we can only use a adjacent space. Okay, so see here, like if we're trying to extend this shrink volume, okay, and for this extend volume, so extend volume is here, shrink volume is here. So if we going to extend this particular D drive, so let's see what happens. Okay, so if we extending this, shrink is only coming, extend is not coming. Okay, so we will see, like we cannot extend it but we can shrink it. We already have like extended this C drive, that's why it's not coming. This space should come here as an adjacent, then only it will allow to extend the volume, otherwise it will not allow you to extend it. Okay, so like for D drive it's coming beside, so we can extend it. Okay, you can see the extend option is coming here, but for the C drive it is not coming. So how, what we can do, it may also require to restart, I am not sure how it is behaving. So we will need to firstly need to see how shrink is showing details. Okay, so shrink means you can see here the total size of the space is 276. Okay, 2,76,000 MB. So that is basically 269 GB. Okay, the total space is this. This much space is available. It means that the 1 GB, 173, 1,73,000 MB space is available for sync. It means this much of only space is available that is unfilled in the D drive. Okay, that we can use for the syncing, like for unallocating space from the D drive. Okay, so we are not going to sync it, so let's keep aside, and we need to see for extending. So let's see, like I have a 52.45 GB space currently unallocated, and if you see here, D drive currently it is in 269.82 GB. Okay, so let's assume like we are getting some error, it's a 269 GB space is already filled, so we are not able to build the application. So what we can do, we can just allocate this unallocated memory to a D drive and it will allow us to build it, because 50 GB or 60 GB, 40 GB, whatever you're adding, going to be a sufficient space for your like application building. Okay, so we will trying to allocate it all space. Okay, so just go to next, it will, okay, so all space is going to allocate it for the D drive. See, all the if unallocated space have been converted to a D drive. So how much space is now for the D drive is 322 GB. Earlier it was 269. Okay, so that way we can extend the space for the drive. Okay, you can also try for the C drive if you are we have some free application also, so if you wanted to try out those, so you can also do that, otherwise it's an easy, you can do it manually as well. Okay, Okay, so that was the all. It was the resizing application that you can use for resizing, but I would suggest you can do it manually, so you should prefer to doing by yourself only. Okay, thank you so much for the watching. See you on the next video. Thank you.